What's going on, guys? It's NYPrepper here, and in this video I just want to do a quick discussion on North versus South for strategic relocation, and also if you're looking for bug out locations or if you're trying to relocate to a better area. I wanted to just mention something quickly that a lot of people don't think about when they think about areas to buy bug out property, or if they're looking to relocate to a better area. Okay. And I wanted to just kind of discuss North versus South and some of the pros and cons, but I really want to mention a overlooked advantage to living in the North, okay, or living in a colder climate. And of course, I'm a little bit biased because I live in upstate New York, and here it gets pretty cold. The winter is pretty long here, and we have cold conditions probably, most of the year between fall, winter, and spring. You're talking about cool weather from October all the way till April. So I'm a little bit biased because I've lived in New York my whole life, and that's all I know is cooler climate or colder climate. So keep that in mind. And, if you disagree with me, that's okay. Just do so respectfully. And I'm interested in hearing what you guys think. So I think a big overlooked advantage to living in the North is one thing that a lot of people don't think about is snow depth, and colder temperatures can actually be a big advantage in SHTF, all right, or WROL, Tiatiawaki. And the reason why is pretty simple, okay? The cold weather and deep snow can act as a security advantage to you and your family and your prepping group. The deep snow and cold weather, when I say cold weather, I mean, below 20 degrees Fahrenheit, deep snow meaning 1 foot of snow or more. Those types of conditions are going to discourage people from trying to raid your house, or it's going to discourage people from big cities to make a mass exodus and flood out into the surrounding areas, because nobody's going to want to trek through deep snow and cold weather. Whether we're talking about, city people trying to evacuate and, a mass exodus from the cities after an SHTF, or if we're talking about marauders and looters and, raiders and things like that, criminals that are going to try to take advantage of the lack of law and order after an SHTF. The deep snow and the cold weather will protect you and protect your family, okay? The reason why is obviously, most people are not going to want to go out in those kinds of conditions unless they're truly desperate and they have no other means of survival. They're not going to venture out in the middle of January when there's 2 feet of snow on the ground and temperatures are in the single digits. Nobody's going to want to venture out and hike miles and miles away from their home to try to bug out into your backyard. If let's say they live in the city and they're doing an exodus, or it could be marauders. Marauders are not going to want to operate in that kind of weather. So that could be a good advantage that a lot of people don't really think about, Now, obviously, living in a colder climate, you have to have certain preparations in place, in case you lose power, in case you run out of firewood. You have to heat your home. You need to have enough food for the winter. So, but as long as you have those bases covered, you can get yourself a reliable source of fuel to heat your home, and you have enough food to last you through the winter. It could be a tremendous advantage to live in a northern climate. And that's one thing that a lot of preppers overlook. They think that the northern climate is the worst place to be because it's cold. You know, you can freeze to death, and most people want to go to the southern states or more warmer climates. And to me, I think warmer climates generally, you know, have higher crime rates. You know, if you look at like cities and places that are, you know, in warmer climates, they have more crime. You know, just because the weather is constantly warm, you know, people are always outside. You know, there's more chances, especially after SHTF, if the weather is nice all the time, you know, the bad guys are going to want to go out also and take advantage of the situation. But if there's 2 feet of snow on the ground, they're going to stay put, or they're going to be more likely to stay put, you know, just like everybody else. So, you know, living in a northern climate can be a tremendous advantage, in my opinion, from a security standpoint because of deep snow and extreme cold. And you can use that to your advantage, especially if you're buying a bug out location or bug out property. You can locate your property in such a place that you can use the deep snow to your advantage. And you know, you could live in an area, or you can have a bug out location in an area where you can literally get snowed in. And you know, a lot of people would say that's bad that you get snowed in, but it could actually be good, because if you live in an area or you have bug out property in an area that doesn't get plowed much, that means you don't have to worry about people driving up your road, or, you know, people coming from long distances away to try to steal from you and harm your family. You know, if your roads are covered in snow and it takes a while for the plows to get there, or they don't come at all, that could be an advantage. As long as you have your own plow, or you have a 4-wheel drive vehicle or an ATV or snowmobile, you know, you're all set. You know, you can use that to your advantage. Okay. So, and, you know, I think that's a huge advantage to a northern climate that a lot of preppers overlook, you know. So think about it, guys. Let me know what you think. And thanks for watching. Take care. God bless. And don't forget the 3 Ps: prepare, practice, and persevere.